Hey guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy. Now in this video, I'm gonna go over some issues I see riders having when it comes to doing right turns and left turns from a stop. Now at the end of this video, I'm gonna say something to you that's probably never been said to you before, and I'm gonna tell you why I think we struggle with this exercise. So hang tight. All right guys, now the first three issues have to do with the head and the eyes. Now the first one is, as the riders are taking off, they tend to peek with their eyes at this wall here. Now when you peek with your eyes, the motorcycle tends to go where you look, the handlebars will straighten out, and then you ride outside the wall. Now the other thing they do is they actually look at the wall as they're taking off. So again, they're ready to take off, they'll peek at the wall, or they actually look at the wall, same thing happens, the handlebars are straightened out, they go outside the wall. Now the third thing I see is that riders be ready to take off, they look at the wall one more time, then they look out to the right. Let's say they're going to the right, they look out to the right, and then they try to take off. But what happens is, the last thing you saw that was negative was that wall. So again, subconsciously, the bike takes you outside the wall. So what you want to do is this, you have to commit to your turn. So once I'm ready to go, I check for traffic. Once I'm ready, I look way out in the distance. As I pull off, I commit to it. You have to commit to your turn. If I do A, B, and C correctly, then D will take care of itself. It's not until I look at D when D comes into play. Now, the next issue I see is that riders want to take off too fast when they're doing this exercise. What happens when you take off too fast, you let out too much clutch too fast, is that the handlebars will straighten out, and again, you will ride off the edge of the wall. So your takeoff needs to be smooth and in control. You have to stay in the friction zone all the way until the motorcycle is coming up right, and then you can fully release the clutch slowly and ride off. All right, so now I'm gonna talk about something that you probably hadn't heard before. And sometimes it's the instructor's fault that causes this. So what happens is, we'll get the students up on the line, we'll get them set up, get them looking in the right direction, get the handlebars turned, all that stuff is already set, and then we tell them this. All right, whenever you're ready, you can go. Now, the problem is, the student is never really ready. Am I right? So what happens is they end up sitting here, they're waiting, they're waiting, they're waiting, they're waiting. Well, what's happening as they're waiting? They're building up tension, they're building up anxiety. And so what happens when that happens? Now you start to tighten up, right? Your brain starts going through all this negative stuff. So then by the time they're ready to take off, they're already doomed from the start. So next time you do this, try this. I recommend you getting set up, checking. Once you're ready to go, don't wait any more than 2 seconds before you start to pull off from this exercise. And by doing this, you'll see that you don't give your brain a lot of time to start getting in all the negative thoughts and stuff. Now I'm gonna talk about why I think we struggle with this exercise, and then I'm gonna ride it for you. So there's a lot of good riders out there that have trouble when it comes to doing the right turns and left turns from a stop. Now the reason why I think that is because this is really the only exercise that we do that we start from a dead stop. All the other exercises, we have momentum as we enter in the exercise. On this one here though, we're at a dead stop, the handlebars are turned, the bike's leaned over, so it's a little bit different feeling, so you really have to have trust of the friction zone when you're doing this exercise. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna gear up, I'm gonna do a couple passes for you so you can see kind of what it looks like. How I'm gonna commit to the turn and how I'm taking off in the friction zone until the bike gets up right. All right guys, so I'm in position now. My bike is set up and ready to go. I'm gonna go to the left first, checking to the right for traffic, looking way out. When I'm ready, see how smooth my takeoff was? I committed to the turn with my head and eyes. So I'm gonna do it to the right now. And I'm about to turn, bike set up. From here, I'm looking out. Commit to my turn. All right, so I'm gonna do one more with a different camera view so you can see my head and eyes a little bit better. So I'm gonna go to the left. So my handlebars to turn left, I'm ready to go, everything's set, my bike's ready. Once I look over, I'm committing to my turn, keeping my head and eyes looking where I wanna go. Nice and smooth takeoff. Now, I hope this video helped you. Now, I recommend you watching this video here where I go in a little more depth on how to do this exercise. Now let me know in the description below if you struggle with any of these issues. Now, until next time, you got it. Practice, 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 and ride safe.